Time now for X's and O's, some of the biggest plays in the win over the Ravens. Coach, another punch out, starting with Hawkins.
Yeah, we're leaking here a little bit. They got a touchdown there on the first possession. We didn't do much offensively, and now here they're driving. They're on the other side of midfield. You know, we'll look at it from this side here. Again, a lot of zone read, a lot of option football. We get a little bit of penetration, and we're not able to get them at the line of scrimmage. But Hawk steps up, and what I like here, this is a crack replace. So, you know, CD's guy cracks Hawk, CD steps up to replace, and this is not an easy task here. Cornerback, this is a big man. And there's CD, you know, being able to come in there, get the first contact. And so what you see here is there's space. There's space here, and then there comes the hammer right there with the left hand. And we talked about this all week, that the second guy has got to come in there being ready to hammer the football when it gets loose.
Perfect timing.
And it was, and we needed it. We have to be able to secure it. We're going to score here the next turnover we create. We're going to go score on defense. So that was a huge play. You can see these guys, they're driving, 7-0 lead, and we're able to get a turnover.
A lot of people around the ball here.
Well, that's what we coach. Full tilt to the tackle. These guys, you know, really responded by that, and that's how they play, and the energy, and, you know, being happy for these players.
That's awesome. All right, moving on here.
Yep, and so being able to get it up and down. We've seen Kyle do this, and we got to continue to create opportunities, you know, for him. But again, like we always talk about when we get back there, is the ability for the quarterback to plant his back foot and to be able to step up in here.
The Darian Lowe here, love this spin, almost gets it, but he stays with it.
Yeah, and he flattens them down. You know, you're going to get, sometimes they'll get into the inside and they'll get you inside, but what we got to do is be able to flatten them down and not let them penetrate into the pocket. What I like here about Kyle that you'll always remember is you got to be able to hold the red line. You can't get pushed here out of bounds. He's stacking them. He's not losing speed, and I just love the way that he tracks the football. And we'll see this from the end zone, the way that he tracks the football, and he doesn't lose speed. You know, he's holding them off here.
The corner here.
Yeah, I think he's been to a Pro Bowl or two. But again, the ability to track the football, the protection allows Drake to put this in a great spot. And then what Kyle does is, you know, with his eyes and his hands, and then having the body control, just like we've seen here, to get a body part in or 2 feet and then survive the ground. And again, just another huge play by Kyle and Drake down the field.
Second-year quarterback, first-year receiver. Guys are going to be your core here moving forward, man.
Well, let's hope so.
Yeah.
So back here defensively, you know, being able to, we talk about always just playing square, not opening the gate. And you can see the transition. This is what we call EDDs, everyday drills: pedal, break, plant, drive. And then now we're not swatting at it, we're stabbing. You know, the hands going right to the football. And this was a huge series for us as well.
You brought up Gonzo in your post-game press conference, just that flipping the switch, I think you referred to.
Yeah, and I think it started here.
And also tackle, right?
I felt like it started here. You know, then the next time, the pressure that
Henry High,
yeah, then this breaking the stiff arm down. So again, we need our best players to play good for us to win each and every week, and you can kind of see here that's what he's doing.
Yeah, get excited here. I mean,
and then we call this
tight,
here. Yeah. So again, we're driving. We're kind of, you know, we've got positive gains. We're staying on track. That when we do, you know, we get the first down, we stay on track. We don't get behind the chains. We have a chance. 2nd and 4. You know, so this is where the pressure starts to heat up now.
239.
As we start to get you know, closer to the goal line late in the game, and you can see here they got them stacked all down in here. Here comes the pressure. You know, you see us being able to build a wall, not have any penetration. You know, you see Jack going and finding the backer. You see Hunter going up in here. So we have a chance, you know, right here. And then Rhamondre with the vision to be able to burst and come out the backside. We got to be able to, at restriction, we got to be able to let him go. You know what I mean? Let him go. And then obviously when you hit these, you've got receivers down there blocking and trying to finish longer than the guy with the ball. We know how good Humphreys is. I love the ball security. I love the 2 in traffic, and he's able to carry him into the end zone, and then everybody else here is finishing. So just a huge play right there to help us win.
Big play.
You know, not only did he help us in the passing game, he protected. Okay, so again, they switched the clock on us. They had 1:34. We were going to slow knee it and then airmail it, but you know, they put 3 seconds on the clock. So here we are with the 4-point lead, and we need a play here to get us some yards. And then we went with, you know, Drake. We called his number, executed perfectly here in 5 minutes. Gets the first down, gets down. We got receivers down there blocking, save the equipment, and get down, and we were able to kneel on the football.
Rhamondre, too, stayed in bounds. It was close, but like,
Yes,
he
yep,
also
you're
kept-
right. We get
kept
in the
that clock
5-minute
running.
mode, and we get what you can get, and then he got down. So I thought that was another great play.